What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Career Mode. It's episode number 9, coming on the back of our 2-0 win against Spurs. 5 games in, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a defeat as well. A very mixed start for the Cherries in Season 2. Today we're going to get through as much a sloggy season as possible, man. So loads of games here in October and November, and I'll try and get through to early December if we can. So loads to get through. Let's crash straight on. First game, newly promoted Southampton away at St Mary's in a South Coast derby. Come on, you Cherries. Bournemouth are one of those teams where there's like the main rival of their club is sort of like subjective. You ask a different person, you'll probably get a different answer. But to me, as Solanke makes it 1-0, I've always thought it was Southampton, personally. You know, Southampton, Portsmouth, Brighton, the South Coast rivalries, I would say, are Bournemouth's big three. But to me, I would always say it's Southampton, personally. I know it's hard because like it's hard when like your main rival, you're probably not your main rival's rival, if that makes sense. Like, for example, you know, Bournemouth's main rival, I would say, is Southampton, but Southampton's main rival is Portsmouth. Do you know what I mean? So it's always a bit of an interesting one. But yeah, I'd say this South Coast derby is probably the fiercest, if you will, for the Cherries fans. Even so, perfect start. Solanke, 4th goal of the season already. Dominic Solanke, thank God we did not get that bid we were expecting from Southampton, Chelsea, Liverpool, and so on. He stayed with us, and you can see just how important he is, man. He's just like the complete forward. You know, he's got everything. That should have been the second. Good stop by Bazunu, still 1-0. Tyler to Cunha. That's a lovely bit of skill, and he says, "Hold on, ref, don't give me the free kick." So I'm back to my feet, and I've played through Jack Clark, and this has got to be 2. And I'll offload it to Scott, who bangs in a second. As we go 2 goals up, 6 before the rest. A great advantage played there by the referee. I feel as though sometimes referees, I don't know whether it's like just a modern day thing, but I do feel at times they're very whistle happy. You know, they blow it so quickly. Right on that moment there, yeah, they could have given the free kick. Free kick was the right call, but Cunha gets straight back to his feet, bounces straight back up, and we continue to play and get the goal as well. 2-0 up, Scott's first of the season. And as things stand, we're on course for our first away day victory of the campaign. Max to Solanke. Tav. Could be free. Should be free. Oh, keepers are just so broken, aren't they? There we go. 3-0. But this is so frustrating, man. It is mid-March and I've given up now. I've been saying since the beginning of FC, keepers have a problem this year, where at times they're just stuck on the spot, and it's the exact same with Gavin Bazunu there. It's a nice little skillful finish by Acuna, but let's be honest, shouldn't really have happened, at least not that way. I've given up believing EA are going to fix it at some point, man. It's been broken since the beginning of FC. It's going to be broken until the end of FC. So frustrating. Even so, 3-0, and great way to start today's episode off. Good win on the South Coast, and our first away day victory of the season. So, following that, got to the first month, and we should see our first 3 scouting updates from America, Scotland, and England. From England. Nicholas Fuller could be alright. Going to continue scouting on he and Tommy Walker and see how they look after another month. Don't think Scotland's going to get off to a very good start, unfortunately. We'll continue scouting on Reece Arthur, but the others shall go. He could be alright, to be fair. Worth keeping an eye on. Unfortunately for America, got off to a poor start here, it appears. And yeah, no one even going to make the continued scouting mission, if you will. So the academy looking like this to begin the new season off again. The best still remains that incredible, absolutely incredible young Welsh right back. Wow, I am in awe of this guy. I pray he doesn't ask for a pro deal at the end of the season. Wait until the new year, mate. You'll get one, and we'll loan you out straight away for a full 2 years somewhere. Yeah. Following game, Luton in the EFL Cup third round. It'd be nice to have a cup run this year after none last season in the 2 competitions we're in. Let's see if we make through to the last 16. Come on, you Cherries. God, I made a meal of that one, didn't I? Not sure if anyone caught Corley Woodrow's late leveller on the weekend against Crystal Palace. It was the last minute, wasn't it? To give him a point. You know, at the start of the season, everyone's saying that Luton, Sheffield United, Burnley, the 3 that went up are definitely going down. He ain't got the quality. I mean, to be fair, like all 3 of them, as Woodrow's denied there by Travers, all 3 of them got a point on the weekend. And to be fair, I think all 3 of them possibly could have won as well, especially Sheffield United 2-0 up at Bournemouth. only to end up drawing it. As once again Mark Trowers makes a A great save. It's not over for them. I think for Burnley and Sheffield United, there's only 10 to go. They've got to get a move on. But for Luton, they are definitely not down yet. They've still got a game in hand. And there is still plenty of time for them to get themselves out of the bottom three. Listen, if I was putting money on it, I would still think that they are going to go down. But I think that the way that all three clubs were written off at the start of the season, and people saying, oh, they're the worst Premier League teams we've ever seen, I think it was incredibly, incredibly harsh. Hammer Traore firing in the opener. And yeah, Luton, Burnley and Sheffield United, the latter two have got a long way to go and a lot of work to do, but they're certainly not down yet, and Luton Town definitely aren't either. I still think there's life in this relegation threat yet, or relegation race I should say. The Premier League title race continues to hot up on the back of the draw between Liverpool and Manchester City on the weekend. Three horse race that could go down to the wire. When was the last time we saw that? 3 teams going for it, heading into the final day or the final couple of games. And I still don't believe, this is a bold claim, but I still don't believe you can rule Spurs out. You know, they had an amazing 4-0 win against Aston Villa on the weekend. They've still got a game in hand as well. I know they're several points behind me. You've got to remember, they've got no European games to worry about, so that aids them in their rest and recovery time. I'm not saying they're going to win it. I'm just saying I don't think you can rule them out just yet from being a real dark horse in this race. So it's very good on the other end as well. It's making for a really exciting Premier League season and conclusion as well, as Luis Sinisterra heads into second. But in the cup, in this save, that's our progress into the 4th round confirmed. Again, we'd love a cup run, man. Haven't had one in the save so far, this being our 2nd season, and that is job done. Put us in the hat for the 4th round. Corner, Cherries might get ourselves a 3rd goal in stoppage time. Headed away, only for Traore to control and find Ryan Christie, who goes for goal and puts it just over the bar. And there we go, game over, job done, and let's see who we got. Shrewsbury holding Chelsea. I wonder if they made it through on the spot kicks. We'll find out anyway. I think we need to do one more advance, and then we shall see who we've got. Last 16 of the Carabao Cup pits us against Coventry City. The Sky Blues away at the Rico, as we'll face the Championship side. Okay, alright, Spurs still in, Man City still in, Chelsea still in as well, but you know, favourites for that one. Great chance to reach the quarters, get another favourable draw. We might well make it to the final 4. And as Matheus Cunha wins Player of the Month, you'd love to see it. Next game, staying in the Vitality, back to match in the Premier League though. Brentford here in Dorset is going to make it 4 wins in a row in all competitions. Come on, you cherries. Cunha has made a massive... Oh, that's got to be at least a booking now. He's made a massive difference to our team already, Matheus. Out of all the new signings we've made so far, 6 in total, if you include the Rico Henry swap deal, Cunha looking the biggest difference maker. And again, Vinicius, 3 clean sheets in 4 in the Premier League since coming into our back line as well. It's the Brazilian boys at the moment that are making a big impact for Bournemouth. Still 0-0 here as we look for that first chance. Alex Scott on the turn, rolls it inside. But right now, the best man in the team is the man who can't stop scoring. 5 already for our number 9. Dominic Solanke is just on fire. So second half underway as Vinicius wins it back again. I know when I signed him, I said he's best as a ball-winning midfielder, and he certainly is under Chris Wilder. But in this team, well, it is true. If you watch me for a while, you'll know I've got a bit of a fetish for changing players' positions, especially DMs to ball-playing defender. And right now, can you blame me with Vinicius? Because he and Zabarnyi are striking up a formidable little CB duo. This is going to be our 4th clean sheet in a row if we can hold on to it. Granted, they didn't play together in the last game, but even so, they are looking safe as houses. And Matheus Cunha is standing over the free kick we just won as well. Now, of course, we scored one in the last episode. It was a belter against Dean Henderson and Crystal Palace. Can he do it again? Can lightning strike twice? Matheus Cunha, can he make it 2 in a row? Oh, just didn't have enough dip. Close though. Semenyo, ex-Cherry, back to Ben Mee. And way the steady, long-serving centre-half of a misplaced pass and a chance to double the lead from a cheap corner. That just shows you there that the pressure pays off. Dominic Solanke continues his red-hot start And it is the pressure that paid off to win us the corner. But right now, it's Solanke staying at Bournemouth that's paying off for both he and the club because we're on fire. 4 straight wins on the cards. Dom with another one. 6 in 7 Premier League games. Man's on fire. And he's been rewarded with a call up to the England squad as well. You love to see it. Right, following game, newly promoted Leicester away at the King Power to go for our 5th win in a row in all competitions. Come on, you cherries. I do wish you could keep track of international caps during CM as well. It should be a nice little addition to see how your players have got on the international stage. For Solanke, I mean, right now he should be a staple in Gareth Southgate's team because he is just absolutely flying right now. Speaking of flying, the cherries looking for that opener. And it is that man, Dominic Solanke. Oh, you just can't stop him. What a finish from the number 9. And it is his 7th goal in 8 Premier League appearances. He's absolutely dominating. You know what's funny as well is that of all the new signings we've made for this season, the one that I thought would have the biggest impact so far hasn't really had any impact at all. He's got me 1 assist thus far, Pedro Neto. He does help me win the ball back there. But other than that, little to write home about. Unlike this man, Matheus Cunha, won the player of the month and should have got another goal there as well. Still leading by 1. Get a second goal and that will wrap it up. If we give a clean sheet as well, that'll mean 5 clean sheets in a row too. Speaking of new signings and making impact, don't underestimate how good Vinicius has been in our back four, man. He is looking safe as houses back there alongside Zabani as well. Harry Winks turns and passes back to Wilfred and Diddy. Leicester look for a late leveler, but there is Vinicius once again. It was just made an amazing difference to our backline, man. As we look set for our 5th clean sheet in a row. And I have to say, I think post-game, as Nato is taken down, I'm going to make the position change. Cunha to CAM and Vinicius to CB. Because right now, the Brazilian duo have just made the world of difference to this Bournemouth team for this season. Right now, we are looking, as Nato heads wide, unstoppable. You know, the board have said qualify for the Europa League. I would say this year, that's our ceiling. You know, we talked about last season what our ceiling was, and I said it would have been like absolute max, and I mean max, 6th or 7th. In the end, it was 9th, which I think was probably like our realistic best finish, if you will. But for this season, as Vinny comes in strong to win it back again. Yeah, I think with the new signings we've made, keeping hold of Dominic Solanke, I would say, why not, board? Why not? It's a strong aim, 5th or 6th, but why not? Because based on this start, you wouldn't rule out us doing that. Bournemouth right now are absolutely flying. And how is Nato getting downgraded? 5 clean sheets in 8 EA. What more can the captain be doing? Ridiculous, man. Yeah, let's change the positions and dive into the following game. Manchester United at home as we go for our 6th win in a row in all competitions and 6th clean sheet in a row in all competitions. For a win will put us into 2nd place as we try and continue this fine run of form. Come on, you cherries. Oh, Scott, good interception, and I see him, there he is. Quick little offload with the 1-2. Right now, Bournemouth are on the best run of the save, and this man is making a massive difference as to why. Matheus Cunha with another. Is that 4 for the season now for Cunha? It is indeed 4 in 9 for September's player of the month. While Solanke might be our top scorer, I believe that Cunha's got the most sort of goal contributions, if you will. But it was Solanke with the assist there, and this is why we're converting him to CAM. Because if Dom is going to stay, then Matheus in behind is the perfect complement to Solanke's game. Because he's a tall, strong striker at 6'2". He's not just all about the finishing, but also setting him up as well. What a save by Nato. But Shola Shortai turns in a rebound, 1-1. Got time to win that, mate. Yeah, William. Okay, it's fine. And Pedro Neto offloads. Adams. Cunha, what a save. I don't believe it's happened again. It's happened again. Matheus Cunha. I mean, you can't claim it. It's clearly an own goal, but goodness gracious, the 2nd time it's happened. And do you know what? After all the bad luck we had last season, I think it's only fair we start to see a bit of good luck come in our favour as well. Once again, a pass back that shouldn't happen with Bayındır on the floor. What is Victor Lindelof doing? I do not know. And the Turkish keeper slips on the wet turf as it falls into the open goal. Do you know, I used to do this sometimes when I'd score like an amazing goal or there'd be a little bit of an error, if you will, from the AI. But show the sliders just to prove that there's no funny business going on. It's just pure bad luck, or in the case of Bournemouth, good luck. Second time it's happened this season already. A silly own goal from a silly pass back. But listen, luck will balance itself out. We know some bad luck is now due in our favour after 2 helping hands from AI mistakes. Bournemouth back in front for a comical own goal. Yeah, I don't think I need to show the sliders like that anymore. To be honest, I don't even know what sliders you would adjust for moments like that. Do you know what I mean? My knowledge is quite limited. But yeah, I know I don't need to do it. I know people trust me, but it's one of those moments where it's like, goodness gracious, that's hard to explain, isn't it? When you're supposedly playing Ultimate. But even so, it just goes to show you that even the AI will make mistakes from time to time. But this man right now can't make any mistakes. Dominic Solanke gets his second, and I guess in a way it's nice to know we'll win by 2 and not for a silly own goal. Bournemouth 3-1, game over, job done, and the winning run extended. Cherries are flying. And just before we get to that Brighton South Coast derby, we do see that Vinicius is ready to become a CB. We should see a position spike, overall spike, and deservedly so after 5 clean sheets and 7. And wow, look at that, he's up to 81 overall, +3 overall increase. And to be fair, based on his form, rightfully so. Has Cunha had his yet? Or are we still waiting for Matheus Cunha? No, still waiting for Cunha, but I also think he'll probably have a +1 overall as well. So 3 more scouting updates. Well, Tommy Walker still looks really good. Not too sure about Nicholas Fuller now, but this guy, Jay Swift, I love the name as well, Jay Swift. We'll continue scouting on these 3 just for now. 3 decent looking Scottish lads here, including John Anderson, who looks the best of the 3. But for now, again, we'll continue to scout him. And unfortunately from America, it's been a tough start, unfortunately. Well, Chris, I don't know about the potential, because that's going to drop anyway. Yeah, it's not been a great start from America. It's not been a great start as of yet. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Still 7 months to go. See, the academy still looking like this. No one making it so far from this season's batch. But of course, Lee Wynn. I'll continue to point him out, man, because he is the best young 16-year-old in Wales right now here in Dorset. He looks honestly, man, 92 to 94 potential. He looks incredible as a fullback. And that position change has now seen us become a 4.5-star team. You'd love to see it. Bournemouth making moves, climbing the table, and winning our following game in the South Coast derby away against Brighton could potentially see us go top of the table as we go in search of our 7th win in a row in all competitions. Come on, you cherries. Pedro for Brighton. Great interception by Senesi. As Tyler pops it out wide to Pedro Neto. Nice turn. And now Scott takes over. Still got him a DLP right now. And that's a great ball to show why he's starting there as Jack Clark gets his 2nd of the year. Bournemouth in front, 11 before the break. And it's a 2nd for the ex-Black Cat. Bournemouth strike first. This has definitely been, without question, our best run of form in the save thus far. As Alex Scott has looked really good this season, playing in that DLP role. As Kirk has hit Solanke and gets it back off him. Now it'll come to Clark first and then to Kirkes, and this should be free. It's a wonderful move by Bournemouth, and Matheus Cunha finishes it with a bit of style. Wonderful, wonderful move, starting from deep in our own 3rd, throwing the ball in, working it from right to left and back into the middle. And for Matheus Cunha, well, he is off to an absolutely blistering start in that CAM role. It's a brilliant move, it's a wonderful finish, and for Bournemouth, it is the best form of the save thus far. As things stand, we're going top for at least 24 hours. Solanke, Tav off the bench. I see Jack Clark. This will make it 3. This will be the icing on the cake as he offloads to Alex Scott to repay the favour. As Alex Scott is now the beneficiary of the Clark assist. But it's Bournemouth who are absolutely dominating right now. 3-0 win on the South Coast this will be, because these points are in the bag. Best run of form of the entire save. The real question is, how long can we keep this going? Because based on this start, well, you've got to dare to dream, right? This has been unbelievable. Yep, 7 wins in a row in all competitions for the Cherry. Best run of form of the save and a great chance to make it 8 straight. Coventry away at the Rico as we take on the championship side in the last 16 of the EFL Cup. Come on, you Cherries. Cav down the right. Oh, lovely ball. And Cunha belts it in. One of my 2 stars out there tonight. One's been forced off for injury in Zabani, but for Matthias Cunha, it's another one. Right now, he is absolutely flying. Even while Solanke is our top scorer, I think Cunha's been our most important player to start the season, man. He is absolutely rolling right now. Yeah, Bournemouth continue to absolutely fly high right now. It is 8 wins in a row and 7 clean sheets in these 8 games as well. What a run this has been, and the best of the save as well. So we'll find out who we've got in the quarterfinals and see how bad that Zabani injury is as well. I mean, we've been keeping a lot of clean sheets recently. We won't keep many more now the Ukrainian's gone down, that's for sure. He's been solid, absolutely solid this season. So 1 advance in the calendar, that will do it. And in the quarters, we've been drawn against Leicester City away at the King Power. Just beat them earlier in the episode. Chelsea face Everton, Spurs are away at the Riverside, and West Ham play host to Manchester City. Okay, alright, great chance to reach the final 4 here. Oh, and the Zabani injury was, just a bruise in the end for Ilias. That's a very, very welcome sight to see, because he has been really, really solid this season. Has Cunha not become an official CAM yet? Surely he must have done. I mean, he's absolutely dominating out there. 5 goals and 3 assists in 10. And no, we're still waiting for that change to be completed. But it should happen within a week or 2 at max. Right, following game, Manchester City. And whilst the winning run has been amazing, this will be an unbelievable win if we could get this and make it 9 on the trot. Manchester City, the champions, the best team in England, one of the best teams in the world, coming to Dorset. Not feeling overly confident here, and I'll take a point even if it would end a winning run. Come on, you Cherries. Foden down the left-hand side, tackled by Aarons, who keeps it in play as well. Well done. And now Nato has his pass. I'm struggling with Nato, man. I want it to work with him, but at the moment just can't seem to get it going. You know when you have a player who's got like all the right attributes in the right areas, you think he'll fit your system like a glove, but you just can't get on with him. That's how I feel with Pedro Neto. But Erling Haaland's never really had that problem, has he, with Manchester City? Other than that Community Shield on his debut, he's been nothing but spectacular. He's got the opener. It's the Norwegian Terminator. Visitors in front. You would have seen the goal-to-game ratio for Haaland as well. 14 in 11. Man is putting up video game numbers. And it's funny because in my saves, oftentimes he doesn't do that. He'll occasionally win the Golden Boot, yes, but he rarely has a season like this where he is literally unstoppable. But this season, let's just say he's making up for lost time, as he's got 14 and 11, as Rodri almost got the second goal for Man City, and we're still down by 1 here. Time to find a leveller, but I haven't really had an answer for this Man City back line yet. I just can't get it sorted with Pedro Neto yet, man. Well, I said pre-game I would have taken a point against these guys despite being on an 8-game winning run. And there's a reason for that. They're the best team in England. They're possibly the best team in the world. Manchester City end the winning run from Bournemouth. Erling Haaland with the game winner as well. No shocks here in Dorset. Right, still a couple more games today then, because that'll take us up to December and head into the next one. Aston Villa away is going to bounce back at Villa Park and get a huge 3 points here against Unai Emery's side. Come on, you Cherries. Yep, looking for a Spurs-esque performance at Villa Park, if you will. I don't think they got enough credit for that win on Sunday. I really don't. I mean, Villa are above them in the table, going for a Champions League place. They've been unbelievable at Villa Park this year, beating Man City and Arsenal. You know, to beat them 4-0, I don't think they've got enough credit for that win. It was incredible. And I've been very favourable of Spurs this year, and I think deservedly so as well. New manager, post-Harry Kane era, a lot of adaptation needed. Oh, Solanke rattles one off the bar. And for them to be battling for a Champions League place and picking up a big win like that, yeah, I think they deserve some credit for that. And Postecoglou as well. He's looking like a brilliant fit for Spurs, isn't he? Happy for Maddison as well. I don't know why he gets so much criticism. It seems to be a weird English thing, though. Do you know what I mean? It's like, for some reason, English fans tend to really lay into English players when they're playing for a team other than the one they support. Like Jack Grealish gets it a lot at Manchester City. I think Henderson when he was at Liverpool as well. Maddison's getting it at Spurs. Rashford often gets it at Manchester United. It's a weird thing. You'd think they actually looked on a bit more favourably, you know, for being at least a player for the national team. But instead, they always seem to get slated when they go away, don't they? James Maddison in particular has had quite a lot of criticism this year. But I think it's safe to say he's answered back pretty well as he's trying to guide Spurs to the Champions League. Even so, speaking of English players, Alex Scott, 3rd goal in 10. And despite playing deeper this season in this team, he's looking really, really impressive as he starts to take the next step up in his game. Bournemouth in front right before the break, and it's the teenage wonder with the opener. In fact, is he a teenager now? I think he's now 20, isn't he? I don't know. As Clark gets on the turn, shot blocked and Villa will clear. Yuri Tielemans with a free kick, floats one in, and Ciro Immobile heads it in off the underside of the crossbar. This guy's, well, he's stuck in the net, but he's also a pure goal scorer, man. I mean, he's done it for so many years in the Serie A with Lazio, and now at Aston Villa. It's very funny, but this is like the 3rd time I've seen him move to Aston Villa in one of my career mode saves, but he's off to a great start this year as well. You see in the top left there, 10 goals in 12. And whilst it will take some stopping for Erling Haaland not to win the Golden Boot this year, Immobile is definitely a candidate. Villa back on level terms. And can they flip the script and win it? Chance for a quick breakaway here. Solanke. Oh, that's a bad foul from Jacob Ramsey. And I think it is going to be a straight red card as well, as Villa are down to 10. Great chance to win this late with a man advantage. Zabarnyi to Scott. Our final chance then. Tav. Solanke! Bournemouth do just that. And in a battle of the dark horses to be the Golden Boot winner, it's Solanke and Bournemouth 2. Immobile and Aston Villa 1. Bournemouth lead it late, but win at Villa Park, a huge 3 points. Well, that is massive, absolutely massive. And you know, if you want to be a European team, these are the games where if you can claw out a victory, especially from the jaws of a draw, it's a massive 2 points gained right at the end. Dominic Solanke bagging the winner once more. Bournemouth back to winning ways. Right, let's do one more. Our final game today as we aim to end November still in the top 4 and staying on the unbeaten Newcastle United's coattails who lead the way. Fulham at the Vitality as we aim for back-to-back wins to close today's episode out. Come on, you cherries. Yeah, what a way to bounce back on the back of the loss at home to Manchester City. Going away to Villa Park and getting a huge 3 points. Oh, Cunha's on. Oh, and Leno gets down to his right to make the save. Good start, though. Good start. As we look for an early opener here in Dorset against an underperforming Fulham side. Oh, and Solanke is just over. Yeah, come on, man. Let's close these out. If you want to be a top 4 team, you've got to win your bankers. We saw that in our last career mode of Almeria. These are the games that must be wins. Fulham have weathered the early storm. 32 minutes in, still tied at 0-0. Whilst I fancy our chances of getting a clean sheet back on the board after none in our last 2. Still need a goal if we're going to win this game here. That's a nice offload though. And Jimenez to Iwobi. Great dribbling. Oh, what a ball. And oh, what a save. Nato denying Raul Jimenez. What a stop by Nato there. Downgrading him, EA? Really? I do not understand why. Yeah, I just don't understand it. Like, Neto's been phenomenal. He was joint topping clean sheets last year. And he'll be going for the Golden Glove this year as well. We've got the best defensive record in the league right now. It's like, well, how does a downgrade make sense? I don't know. Well, he's not going to stop that one. Raul Jimenez belts it home. It is going to be, to be fair, no clean sheets in 3 as the Mexican forward gives Fulham the opener. Into the final 20 minutes. Still down by 1. And as things stand, running out of time to complete a turnaround. We'll be lucky to get a point at this rate. And we certainly will be if we go 2-0 down. And we have. Well, it's often these games, isn't it, when your nice streak comes to an end. Granted, Man City beat us as well, but it's going to be back-to-back losses in Dorset and 2 defeats in 3. Well, we often say these can be the most difficult games to win, but you still don't expect to lose them. But that's exactly what happens. Fulham come to the Vitality and run out comfortable 2-0 winners to inflict our 2nd loss in 3 and back-to-back defeats at home as well. Proof in the pudding right there that after an amazing start, there's still a long way to go, a third of the way through the campaign. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Realistic Career Mode, guys. So big fan of watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you had, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. and we'll get through to the halfway stage of the season in the next episode, enter the January transfer window, and we'll have the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, aiming to reach the final four as we take on Leicester away. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.